you wish. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough.
Тимофей, привет. Ты чё не спишь? А, Тимофей. А что не хочешь? Ну, окей, иди хоти.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
Углеводороды. Углеводороды.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Да. Умный и не по годам. Где этот сундук? А, да. Hand so mihoyo так.
I shall treasure this good fortune. Take flight.
Соуп. Что за имя такое дурацкое? Соуп.
Whirling snow. Motion to compel.
Ну и где?
A fateful offering.
Что за имя такое дурацкое? Соуп. Заебали, конечно, пиздец.
My apologies.
Solidify. Unsolicited.
Unsolicited.
definitely write this off as incidental gains.
Quake!
Into the wind.
Boom! Huh. Let's appraise.
Gather!
Incinerate!
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
Motion to compel.
Gather!
Изи. О, Эрин Егер пришел. Сам разведчик и Эрин Егер. Где твоя сестра Микаса? Эрин Егер. Егер. Нефрит. Ого, ты такой умный. Ха-ха-ха-ха-ха-ха. Микаса умерла, и я тоже. Пиздец. Такая телочка классная была. И умерла. Покажи. Вовка сосет. Золотой лжедракон. Стальной лжедракон. Нормально, нет, вот это древиковое оружие. Песня матроса. Почему я плохой? Я хорош. Это Вовка плохой. Иди в школу. Копье на баал. А и что, нужно восстановление энергии, что ли? И я подумал, надо было выбивать баал, я бы ей закинул небесную ось. Да, и бы небесную ось как раз подошло. На баал. Да кого я спрашиваю вообще, блядь? Нашел кого спрашиваю. Пизду. Забыл тебя спросить, Вовка. Криты. А нахрена тогда нужна эта небесная ось? Так, где
Only
вы
those who
дайте
sample
рыбу?
it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
На сяо. Ну так тогда ему тоже нужно. На деда не надо. Когда сяо будет? Он же скоро, да, будет сяо?
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Эй, я не абабус. Я не абабус,
A blade
бананчик.
embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
The Kuchirai art will definitely flourish under my nurturing.
Что за имя такое дурацкое? Ну ладно, Амокс. Ну хотя бы Амокс, а не Абабус.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Вот Вовка Абабус. Так, где эти рыбки?
The Kuchirai art will definitely flourish under my nurturing.
Угу, понятно. Небесная ось на розарию. Ты чё, дядя, ебанулся?
A blade embraces its duty. As a jeweler.
Зачем небесную ось на розарию? Ты в своем уме? Бобка, ты вообще нубяра, блин. Ничего не понимаешь в игре. Ну, ловись, рыбка. А чё копье дрил с этого, как это...
You've got it! You got it! Whew, that was a tough fight.
Как это копье у нее сейчас с древнего этого? Морозное копье. Что-то не клюет.
Steady now. It's the final stretch. Whew, that was a tough fight.
Почему это плохое?
Yeah, you nearly... Whoa, nice catch.
КД? Что такое КД? О, Анмик, здорово, Анмик. Как дела, Анмик? Привет, ты кто? Привет, ты кто? Я человек. Давай дружить. Листок упавший. Листок упавший. Листок упавший, давай дружить.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Форт будет Fortnite только через... О, Fortnite через 3 часа. Фури? Что значит фури? Анмик Фортнайт только в 11 утра по Москве. Или в 10 утра. 7, 8, 9. Через 4 часа. Окей, Google. Хоррор. Ну, чуть-чуть научился.
Steady now. It's the final stretch. Whew, that was a tough fight.
Ранпар? Что это такое ран? Что там? Что там было? Дженнифер. Hello, Дженнифер. Почему мне пингует?
So close, so close. Stay cool. Whoa,
Easy.
nice catch.
Ты топ-1 в этом сезоне занимал? Да, конечно. И не раз. А что такое Анмик? А что такое? Аборт. Аборт какой-то пишет.
Steady now. It's the final stretch. What is it? What is it? Is it another paimon?
Как так-то, Анмик? Как так не занимал топ-1? Я даже соло против складов занимал топ-1.
You've got it. You got it. Well, you couldn't have done it without paimon.
В арену играл. В арену играл, но там слишком сложно. Арена пока что не для меня. Арена подождет. Из нас тут бот, только ты, Вовка. Ботяр это только ты и Вовка, понял? Ой. Я говорю, ботяр тут только ты.
So close, so close. Stay cool. Whoa, nice catch.
Я не бот, это ты бот. Я про. А ты вот бот. А я про. Анми, как думаешь, я про? А Вовка бот? Вовка же бот, Анмик, ты прав? Ой, я прав? То, что Вовка бот не умеет играть. Вот понял, Вовка? Я топ. А Вовка бот. А я топ.
Yeah, you nearly got him. Whew, that was a tough fight.
Ты просто дурачок, не понимаешь ничего. Вовка ботяра. Ой. Ну клевать будет, нет, сегодня? Клюй давай, рыба. Да, он вообще не умеет играть. Хоть он 100 лет будет играть, он так и не научится играть в Fortnite.
Victory is almost ours. Whew, that was a tough fight. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Мало. Да и похуй. Я же говорю, Вовка ботяр, он не умеет играть никто. Ого, еще себе. Ну, Анмик, понимаешь, для начала мне нужен хороший интернет. А для следующего нужна клавиатура и мышь. А в-третьих, нужно побольше FPS. Но точно не PlayStation. Желательно компьютер. Потому что PlayStation это говнище.
you. It should be
На
starting
джойстике
soon.
лучше играть.
Ooh, Paimon's so excited.
Интересно.
You've got it. You got it. Whew, that was a tough fight.
Я про рыбак. Анмик, все равно на геймпаде есть задержка. Возможно, на компьютере нет задержки, но на консоли точно есть задержка. Блин, испугал рыбку. Мне на геймпаде только Warzone нравится играть и все. Русский полководец.
Victory is almost ours. Wow, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already.
Багратион. Ёпта. Вот вы, двоечники, даже не знаете про русского полководца. Вы вообще в школе учитесь, нет? Ну, бяры. Не смотрела я в интернете. Ничего себе. Мне кажется, Анмик, ты меня наебываешь. Мне кажется, ты меня обманываешь. Но мне так кажется. Почему, не знаю, но кажется. Да ловись ты, рыбка, заебала туда-сюда плавать, блядь. Говно. Алибек, привет. Алибек. Ничего себе, вот это да.
Yeah, you nearly got him. What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Мне не сложно. Почему мне должно быть сложно, Алибек? Вовка, это ты бот, а остальные не боты. Голд подписка. Зачем тебе голд подписка? Что дает голд подписка вообще? Голд подписка. Ай. Иди в жопу, Вовка, сам делай. Вот обалдел.
Welcome, everyone, to the Masterful Chef's Final. At the appointment of this organizing committee, I am your host and officiator, Yanfei.
Янфей, там горы что-то прыгает.
Hey, Yanfei's here too! This event is brought to you by the Liyue Qixing in collaboration with a number of participating enterprises. The competition is divided into the selections phase and the finals. We saw many contestants from all over Liyue in the selections process, and all of them were outstanding chefs in their own right. Of those, the 2 strongest participants were put through to today's finals. In just a few short moments, the finals will take place right here before your very eyes. As the officiator, it is my honor and privilege to represent the organizing committee and indeed the people of Liyue in overseeing today's proceedings. Next, please allow me to introduce the judges. There will be a select panel and an audience panel. The 3 members of the select panel are
Иди в
the
жопу.
Tianchuan, Lady
Хотя я
Ningguang,
не
the Yuheng, Lady Kuching,
знаю.
and last but not least, gourmet connoisseur, Uncle Tian.
Чё
In
там горы
addition to these
бегают?
3, 10 judges will be chosen from among the audience to sample our contestants' dishes and cast their vote. That makes a total of 13 judges with 13 votes between them. Each judge will vote for their preferred finalist, and the one who receives the most votes will be today's winner. It's all so exciting! And now, please join me in welcoming our 2 contestants into the arena. Come on out! To my left, a competition favorite down from Dihua. Life's harsh when you live on a marsh, but this kitchen ace will put a smile on your face. Please welcome Smiley Yanxiao.
Hi, everyone.
Whoa,
everyone.
Yanxiao made it into the finals too. But what's up with him? He seems really nervous. Yanxiao! Chin up, shoulders back. Everyone from the inn is super proud of you.
Huh? Oh.
And to my right, a stalwart of Liyue Harbor culinary scene, a little feisty with a whole lot of spicy. Give it up for Xiangling!
Шамбин.
And her mysterious
Гора.
assistant, who knows who?
Чё он бегает?
Hi, my nose. It's
А, это
Guava.
Гоба.
Hey, everybody. I'll do my best. Contestants, please repeat after me. As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by all competition procedures. As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by all competition procedures.
As a finalist in
Ну,
Masterful
когда
Chefs, I
задонатишь мне
solemnly swear to commit myself fully,
100
compete
миллионов
fairly,
долларов.
and abide by all competition procedures.
And I, for my part, promise to uphold the principles of
Когда
fairness,
задонатишь мне 100
impartiality,
миллионов
and
долларов, тогда и
transparency in
будет.
my officiation of the proceedings. Now, I will hand things over to the select panel judge, Ningguang, for the announcement of today's theme.
Thank you all for being here today at the Masterful Chefs Finals. I am the Tianquan Ningguang.
Нингуан.
The organizers have chosen the theme for today's event, and that theme is of Earth and Waterborn.
Of earth and waterborn. Just like the Feast of Bounteous Land. It really captures the spirit of this year's Moon Chase Festival. It's like surf and turf, but the deep and meaningful version.
The rules are simple. The one who receives the most votes wins. Tailor your dishes to the judges' preferences, or win over the audience with your originality. The choice is yours. Well then, I look forward to both of your contributions.
Contestants will have 1 hour of cooking time available and may only use ingredients provided by the organizers in their dishes. I trust this is no problem. Okay, without further ado, let the cooking commence.
Cooking
Begin.
comments.
Time to pull out all the stops. Show everyone why you're the best.
Давай, Сен-Лин, полный вперед.
Traveler, Paimon. Thanks for coming to support me. Don't you worry. I'm gonna make this the best tasting dish I've ever cooked.
Overcooked.
Light it up.
Ого,
Light it
я
up.
Сен-Лин играю.
First things first. Get the stove on.
Что делать надо?
Fry pan into the fire. Xiao thought the side should be milder, which makes sense to contrast with the main dish. And I guess that's what Xinyan meant. You gotta have on beats and off beats. But at the same time, you have to end on a high note. So I think I'll add a little sugar to the crystal shrimp just to bring the flavor up a notch.
Сахар и кристальные бойцы. Что приготовить? Вкусные кристальные бойцы. О, вот оно. А кто готовить будет? Барбара. Приготовить ручную.
Luckily, the organizers have provided some very aromatic broth. It's
Соль.
just a little too gentle. Okay, this is where Beto was right. A pinch of salt should do the trick.
Суп 3 вкуса. Суп 3 вкуса. Суп 3 вкуса. Ты где? Суп из 7 залуп. Вот. Суп из 7 залуп. 3 по-хорошему, а остальное не так хорошо.
customize too much here, but maybe some pepper will set it apart without alienating anybody.
Немного острого перца. Острую курицу. Чё? Иди ты в жопу, ты нубяр и ботяра, сразу умираешь, толку. А где этот острый курица? Нет острой курицы. А вот это, наверное, да? Санлин. Если бы у тебя родился ребенок, как бы ты его назвал? Если бы мне родился бы сын, я бы назвал его Вовкой. И каждый день бы пиздил его. Вот так вот.
Xiangling's mysterious assistant appears to be aiding her opponent. Judges, are we going to allow this? We knew in advance that Xiangling would be accompanied by a mysterious assistant, and the judges agreed that the two could be classed as one individual for the purposes of the competition. But what do we say to this?
I take no issue with it. In any case, the assistant hasn't done much in the way of assisting.
No competition would be complete without a little drama. All a part of being young. I won't be the old fogey that ruins it for them.
Please allow me to explain to our host. Prior to the competition, the judges reviewed both contestants, and we can comfortably confirm that neither side is participating in a way that contravenes the competition rules. Xiangling is a highly accomplished chef, and her assistant is more like family to her. Xiangling prepares all of her own dishes herself. All that her assistant will do is occasionally provide a fire source. Given Xiangling's level of culinary skill, the difference between her using firewood or her assistant is a trivial one. I appreciate everyone's concerns. The presence of a mysterious assistant performing strange dance moves to cheerlead for Xiangling is a little unexpected. But the mysterious assistant has now started cheerleading for Smiley Yenshao too, demonstrating total impartiality. By encouraging both Xiangling and her opponent, they have proven to be a fair supporter.
That's right! Wawa's not really outside help. Wawa just likes to watch people cook. I'm sure the only reason they went over there is to try to help Yenshao feel less nervous. I give you all my word, Wawa will not interfere with the competition. And I would also say that it's a loss to the competition if Yenshao isn't at the top of his form. I say that as someone who's eaten Yenshao's cooking at Wang Shuwen before. He is an excellent chef, and I want this to be a competition between the best we both have to bring.
I see. Most amusing. Uncle Tian, what's your opinion?
I have no objections. It's an honor and a privilege to see two contestants so dedicated to having a fair and square contest.
The judges and the officiator accept this explanation. Let the competition continue.
Yenshao, are you alright?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I've never
Нельзя,
been so nervous
понял.
in my life. Look, my hands won't stop
Пока ты
shaking.
станешь президентом, Вовка,
I've been there
я
before.
уже буду
I can help.
властителем
Try
мира.
saying a tongue twister to yourself in your head. Or think of some
Ты
happy
будешь
memories
моим
about your
рабом,
dad.
Вовка,
Why
понял?
my dad? That's a bit specific.
Because that's what I do.
I guess I'll think of my mom then. Anyway, you should carry on. I'll be fine. Don't hold up your own dishes on my account.
Nothing's being held up. I'm finished already.
Huh? Oh, right. Then I need to focus up and win this thing.
There you go. That's the attitude we want. You're a very capable chef, Yanxiao. So come on, show everyone what you're made of. Just like you showed us last time at Wangshuin.
Yes. You're right. I can do this. I can do this. Thank you, Xiangling. And thanks to your... well, thanks. Time for me to get cooking.
Time's
up! Both contestants have now finished cooking. I would like to invite them to present their dishes to the judges for evaluation. We will proceed in the order that the contestants finished. Xiangling, please describe your dish.
My dish is Jiyun chili chicken with sides of triple layered consomme and crystal shrimp. The theme is of earth and waterborne, which includes land and sea. In other words, land animals, fowl, and seafood are all potential ingredients. My main dish, Jiyun chili chicken, is a combination of fowl and chilies. Jiyun chilies capture the essence of the mountains where they grow, and fowl is a gift from the heavens.
Как-то все размылено.
Consomme also uses fowl, and its other ingredients are ham and bamboo shoots. These are also flavors from the mountains, but they complement and contrast with the chicken dish. Fresh instead of spicy, cold instead of hot. The crystal shrimp is made from a combination of rice, shrimp meat, and carrot. A thin, translucent
Можно,
skin
пожалуйста,
wraps diced
текстуры
carrot and a whole
покачественнее?
shrimp. Fresh, crispy, and tender. Shrimps are a gift from the ocean. Tightly wrapping them in a skin made from rice makes this dish a blend of land and sea. Fresh with a hint of sweetness. It's the perfect note to end this course on.
Ooh, a strong delivery there from Xiangling. Let's see what our next contestant Yanxiao has to say.
My dish is
Ты чё гонишь его?
Adeptus temptation with a
Бобка.
mint salad and golden shrimp balls.
Охренел, что ли?
As Xiangling says, earth and water means
Чё
land and sea.
детейлы
So
гонишь?
birds, land animals, and seafood were also the ingredients I incorporated. Adeptus temptation is a much-loved dish in Liyue, and as chef of Wangshuin, I've always been proud to offer this as the signature specialty dish of our menu. It's a complex dish with very particular ingredients: smoked ham, crab, fresh shrimp meat, and matsutake. I chose this as my main dish as a sign of respect toward my profession and to this competition. The mint salad is my first side. Cool and tender with a subtle sweetness, it's a perfect answer to the rich and strong flavors of the Adeptus temptation. Golden shrimp balls is a time-honored classic loved by everyone. A hearty and wholesome broth, followed up with a shrimp ball. Oh, pure bliss.
Paimon can smell it from all the way over here. It's driving
Это
Paimon
ты,
crazy.
бот, Вовка.
Judges, please sample the dishes.
Трое жюри на площадке.
Very impressive. Both contestants' dishes are well considered, expertly made, and truly delicious. I'm gonna have another golden shrimp. I mean, I shall have to sample both contestants' dishes once more before I can reach a verdict.
Now, Xiangling has taken an interesting approach here. She's chosen a cold dish as her main. I have to say, that's a bold move. It's also a unique take on Jiyun chili chicken. Although the dish as a whole is served cold, the chili peppers have been stir-fried, so they're still just a little warm on the inside. You get a nice crunch as you bite in. Then you get the spiciness and warmth all coming in together. And then just a hint of that wonderful pepperiness to top it all off. It's quite simply extraordinary.
This Adeptus temptation is quite exceptional. The triple layer consomme is also a very superlative contribution. excellent flavor, well balanced between sweet and savory.
Скучно одному
Yes,
форт
the
играть.
standard is very high.
Да, Анмик, я тебя
Judges of the
понимаю.
select panel, I will now ask you to
Скучновато.
consider your votes carefully before writing them down and handing them to me.
Привет,
Also,
культур.
the organizing committee
Jennifer.
has selected today's audience judges, and they are now evaluating the dishes.
Вовка, ты
Everyone who's been
хейтер.
lucky enough to sample today's dishes, please consider and cast your vote independently.
How are we not involved in this? Why didn't they pick us to be judges? Paimon has buckets of passion and oodles of expertise when it comes to food. If they don't want Paimon, it's their loss. Oh.
Бедняжка Пайма.
Yippee! For all the chefs there
Вовка,
are in
ты
the world,
дурак.
and for all the amazing dishes they can cook, the fact remains that you're the one who treats Paimon the best.
Вовка, ты дурак. Члены
Thank
жюри.
you all for waiting. All votes have been received and counted, and the results have been returned to Ningguang. I now invite Ningguang to take the floor and announce the results of the Masterful Chef's Finals.
It is my pleasure to announce that the winner of the Masterful Chef's
my
Finals
hater.
is...
Чё, ничья?
by a mere 1 vote margin,
О, Санлин победил.
Xiangling!
Wow! What? How is it so close?
Янся тоже отлично готовит.
Well, there it is. I knew it.
It was a close contest, but we have a winner. Liyue Harbor's Xiangling has beaten Dihua Marsh's Yanxiao by just 1 vote. There can only be one winner, but the fact that this was so close shows just how much both of these outstanding chefs managed to impress our judges. Thank you both for your stellar contributions here today. A big thank you to all the audience for being here today, especially those who have come from far and wide. As officiator, I declare the result of this competition to be fair and valid, thus bringing the Masterful Chef's Finals to a close.
Thank you all for coming. Until next time.
Please exit the venue in an orderly fashion and remember to take...
Чё Кицин задумалась? О чем задумалась Кицин?
Looks like I won this time, Yanxiao. But I'd still like to try your dishes, if that's okay.
Sure, I'll have a try of yours too. Truly exquisite. No doubt in my mind why you're the winner here.
This Adeptus Temptation is really good. It's so fresh, I'm almost moved to tears.
Well, just goes to show that you have a taste for the finer things in life.
No, you've got me all wrong. We're just a small neighborhood restaurant too, so I totally understand. Food is life, and customers are at the heart of all food culture. So humble food cooking is not to be looked down upon.
Is that right? Huh. I'd heard you'd gotten famous for your experimental approach to cooking and were all about fancy and exclusive foods. Never realized you'd done your time in a small kitchen too. Well, there you have it. All the greats come from the smaller places.
The same goes for you. You can't work in an inn kitchen unless you know how to consistently please customers. It's no wonder your food is so top-notch.
You're the kind of competition I'm glad to have. Let's stay in touch. Maybe we can find some time in the future to trade tips.
Он мучит?
You got it.
Он же медведь
And next
получает.
time we meet as competitors, let's both
Роман
be even better than
Кулов.
we are now.
Привет.
All right, deal.
Traveler, Paimon! Thanks for
Traveler,
coming.
Paimon.
Did you get to try the food? Don't even go there. Paimon's still peeved. I can't believe it. You didn't get picked? Well, never mind. Don't get mad. I'll make some more for you when we get back. You will? Woohoo! The organizer said that Yenshao and I need to go register our delivery addresses. Apparently they're gonna deliver an exclusive ingredients package and the prize money at a later date. So I need to get moving. I'll come find you guys after. Xiangling seems really happy. Good for her. Looks like Kuching and Ningguang left already. As the organizers, they must have gone to wrap up some last-minute things. Let's go ask them for an update about the statue.
Часы заценить. Что за часы такие? Часики, часики. Часики да часики. Hungry Payman Алибек. Алибек Hungry Payman. Я получил личное сообщение от кого? Новый турнир для игроков для PS. Китсин. Чё она грустная такая? Чё она грустит? Фармить арты? Да ты нубяра, ты ничего не понимаешь.
Oh, you found me.
Huh? Is everything okay?
Traveler, I have found myself in something of a predicament. In the competition, I voted for Smiley Yenshao.
So you're frustrated because you can't go back and vote for Xiangling instead?
No, that's not it.
Да
As a
подожди
judge,
ты
I
уже.
had a duty to remain objective. I made my decision after thinking about it very carefully, and my conscience is clear. Xiangling is my friend, so by rights, I should be honest with her about this. But, as you know, I voted based purely on my personal opinion. As a contestant, Xiangling may not be able to appreciate this, and I do not know how to deal with people of her temperament. I just don't know how to break it to her.
It's no big deal. Just say it however comes naturally. Xiangling of all people isn't bothered about that kind of stuff. And anyway, she still won in the end. Oh hey, here you are. I've been looking for you for ages.
Xiangling, there's something I need to tell you.
What is it?
My grandfather always said to me, in contests of food, always follow your heart. Which is to say that in gastronomical disputes, or indeed competitions, one must cast their vote for the party that they agree with. This decision must be based on one's honest thoughts, not influenced by any external factors. Of course, that was just my grandfather's opinion, but I have to say, I am inclined to think he had a point. So, despite the fact that I am your friend, I cast my vote for Smiley Yenshao's Adeptus Temptation. Well, maybe it was. I like golden shrimp balls. Is that a problem?
You were acting so serious that I honestly thought something was up. It's fine. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Huh?
You voted for who you wanted to. And that's totally okay. In fact, that's exactly how it should
Охуеть,
be.
музыку включу.
Otherwise, how could it be a fair
У меня
competition?
PlayStation, бобка, а не
You
компьютер.
made a point of telling me.
Был бы
Is that
компьютер, я бы
because you were
включил.
worried that it made you a bad friend?
Ура, приветики. Exchange, привет.
Don't be absurd.
Первая
Didn't I
скрипка.
say already? I love this about you. You're just so conscientious about everything. It will only get more challenging, as will the dishes I'll need to cook. Honestly, I'll need friends like you along the way.
Сам ты бот.
You have a strong sense of responsibility, Kuching. But you know, not everything is always about responsibility. Yes, you're a Qixing, but you're also you, Kuching. When you're with friends, you don't need to think about everything so thoroughly. You know that's what Ningguang's like, right? Beido's always telling me about how well she gets along with Ningguang. They even play chess aboard her ship sometimes. So you see, Ningguang's kind of bold in that she doesn't let her identity and reputation get in the way of her ability to have a good time. You could take a leaf out of her book. Outside of work, it's time to let go and relax.
Ойл. Первая скрипка.
Traveler. Xiangling, anyway, what are we standing around here for? Let's go and check on the status of the stove god statue.
Oh yeah! Paimon had nearly forgotten about that. Let's go see.
Офигеть. Долго гуглил. Бобка. Долго гуглил. Умница. Красавица. Сянлин. Инадзума.
How strange. It hasn't changed one bit. This doesn't make any sense. We cooked our hearts out. Does this mean the competition wasn't enough to awaken the statue?
Oh well. I suppose it was simply not meant to be.
Yeah, we've waited this long already. There's no harm in waiting a little longer. Right, Xiangling?
Сянлин.
Yep, there's still time. Let's be patient. We'll all see this through together. On another note, I have some good news for you, Kuching. Things are looking optimistic for that recipe you gave me. Master came by before the competition and filled in the parts that were missing. So now I'll be able to cook it. In fact, I'll go find somewhere to make it right now. Wait here.
Xiangling.
Oh, and Traveler, could you come with me? Huh? You only just beat Smiley Yanchow. You think you're up for
О, ты стримишь, здорово, Стим. Привет, Стрев. Привет, Стрев.
Obviously not what I meant. You collect recipes, don't you? I thought you'd probably be needing this dish during your travels, so I figured I'd share it with you. Oh, right! Paimon knew that. Sheesh, we totally misread that situation. Huh? Jeez, careful eating your words so fast. You'll give yourself heartburn.
What are you staring at me for? Go on, go get on with your cooking.
Рецепт какой-то. Санин. Это ты бот, Вовка. Понял. Вовка ботяра. Так, острые хлебцы. Удить острые хлебцы. Острые хлебцы. Текс. Увеличивать прочность щита.
It's done! So this is what the dish from the recipe... Mine's ready too. Let's go together.
My bag. Не крутила я ничего, иди в жопу. Это ты мне там что-то, наверное, сделал, как обычно, да, Вовка?
The traveler and I made one each. Here, have a taste while it's still warm.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
What is it? What does that face mean?
This flavor... I've tasted it before.
Тебе готов Да, вот ты мне и накрутил. Вовка.
Apologies. Xiangling, Traveler, thank you both. This is everything I had hoped it would be. It tastes wonderful and quite amazingly. Somehow it took me right back to my childhood, when my grandfather was still around.
Really? That's awesome! I didn't have a chance to fully explain before. In fact, when Master had filled in the missing parts of the recipe for me, I realized that I already knew how to make this dish.
You already knew? You mean you were able to make this without ever seeing the recipe?
Uh-huh. My dad taught me how to make it. Wait, but isn't this dish from Kuching's grandpa's notes, though?
About that. I do not believe that this recipe was my grandfather's creation. My grandfather was a well-known real estate tycoon in Liyue, and also a scholar. He was an avid collector of old books and was quite knowledgeable on many of Liyue's customs and traditions that are no longer practiced. As a child, I used to spend a lot of time with him in his study. We'd read the classics together, then debate how much of it was actually genuine, and whether Rex Lapis was real or not. He used to say, books are just a bridge that bring us a little closer to history. It's up to those of us in later generations to ask these questions, search for the answers, and decide what they mean. Since then, my grandfather has passed on, and I've grown up to become a chising. My views on Rex Lapis have changed in this time too, from myth to reality. For me, the name Rex Lapis is inextricably wound up with memories of my grandfather. Whenever I see his name written down, it always reminds me of sitting in my grandfather's study, seeing all of his notes. As I said earlier, this recipe came from those same notes. It's an ancient dish that he was trying to restore to its original form. But, unfortunately, without the full recipe, he never quite succeeded. Still, each time he tried cooking it, he'd always get me to have a taste while it was still warm. The memories. This really is the taste of my childhood.
Ancient dish? Are cornbread buns really that old? Well, at least in my family it is. My dad learned how to make it from his dad, and supposedly it's been passed down that way for generations. We call them chili mince cornbread buns. They're a traditional folk food snack, easy to pack up and take with you on the road. So they're the perfect thing to eat on the go. Seeing guoba just reminded me of something. I actually made this dish on the day I first met guoba.
How did you first meet?
It was in a cave in the mountains. I ducked inside to get out of the rain and saw an offering table in there, so I put the cornbread buns I brought with me on it. Then I ended up falling asleep, and when I woke up, I found out that guoba had eaten every last one. Guoba followed me around ever since. We're practically family now. Hold up! Stop the conversation! Look! The stone! It burst open!
Это Гоба.
Guoba? What are you... What?
Ah, I see the chili mince cornbread buns have been served.
Master! Granny, look! The stove god statue looks just like Guoba!
Oh, indeed it does. After all, Guoba is the deity you've been searching for. God of the stove.
Guoba is a god?
You asked me if a sufficiently festive atmosphere would be enough to reawaken the stove god. And my answer is this. Yes. And no. The stove god has always been a deity with great affection for the people, and who acts in response to their desires. To him, the heart's passions and the heart's desires are not the same thing. Passion can be a technique, a skill, something derived from experience. But desires, they are deeper, more innate. They are the heart's strength in its purest form. Masterful chefs is wonderfully exciting, but it is more an exercise of passion than of desire. And passion alone will not suffice to reawaken the stove god from his deep slumber. But just now, when Kuching ate this dish he had longed for, a deeply held desire was fulfilled. As well as receiving an answer to a question, she also gained something much more precious. A moment of poignant nostalgia so vivid, it felt like she was right there alongside her grandfather. The enormous power unleashed by the fulfillment of this desire resonated with the stove god's statue and caused it to manifest once more the form it took in the past. Of course, the stove god himself is not contained within the statue. The true stove god has been here with us all along. How does it feel, seeing a statue of yourself from your glory days? Look at him. Still so majestic.
Glory days?
Magic.
Wait, what happened? Did Guoba used to be different from now?
Oh, yes. Back in his day, your Guoba was once the patron god of the soil. But all the wisdom and power he
Конечно,
had
ходил.
then, he has since surrendered to the soil itself.
A god surrendering their power to the soil. I have heard this turn of phrase before, but
Каждый
what does it
мужик был
mean?
гачи-мучи
The
пати.
kinds of trials and tribulations that a
Понял.
land can face are
Это честь.
far more than you could imagine.
А тебе никогда там не
Droughts,
быть, потому что ты
floods,
никогда
torrential
не станешь
rain,
мужиком.
hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis,
Тебя
fires,
туда
and
никогда не
plagues.
пустят, потому
The
что ты
threat of
лошара и
disaster will
бот.
never fully disappear from Liyue. Even woes that have never been faced before in history will come to pass in the future. Such things affect you mortals far more than we Adepti, with our immortal forms. He once walked with you over the barren plains until you arrived at last at the harbor. He joined you in building your dwellings and lighting the stoves. It was his hand that lit the very first street lamp of Liyue and brought the aroma of cooked food into every household in the land. You mortals no longer remember him, but back in the age when you did, he was the closest of all the Adepti to the common folk. Marchosius, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being. Millennia ago, the people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Gueli Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood. The waters ravaged the Gueli Assembly and forced the people back south to Liyue Harbor. Though the distance was not far, the journey was plagued by a terrible storm. For a dozen days, the Adepti stayed by their side. During this time, the stove god cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for those on the move. Centuries later, disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus his body decreased in size. By the time he parted ways with us, he wasn't even the height of a human. He told Rex Lapis and I of the dishes that bring joy and of the secrets of the flame, then went into the mountains and entered into a long slumber. The stove god departed, and Guoba was born. When he awoke, he ate the chiliman's cornbread buns placed on the offering table by a young lady in yellow. Though he did not remember the past, he was profoundly moved and decided to follow this young lady thereafter. The stove god had quietly disappeared, but the vendors rose early to hawk their wares. People went out to buy goods, lit their stoves, and cooked food, just as they had done every day for as long as they could remember. In Liyue, things have always been this way. Nature provides, the mountains rejoice, We are blessed by heaven's good grace.
Years have gone by. The world has transformed, but our way of life survives.
Fame and fortune is only a season. It is the moment that we should embrace.
А вон там что за персонаж?
Past meets present. Heritage becomes legacy. Long into the future may we thrive.
You once told me that dining is the profoundest of customs in the human world. To eat well is to consume vitality itself, and to drink well is to partake of the very essence of the world. It is a matter of paramount importance, you said, for people cannot face the arduous journey ahead on an empty stomach. At once a humble affair and a profound one. A humble meal of maize and spring water is also profound in that. By ensuring one's survival, it paves the way for millennia of human history and culture to come. My dear friend, Liyue has changed so much while you have slept. Looking at the prosperity and beauty around us today, does it make you happy?
Guoba, this is kind of a huge deal. Why didn't you say anything? He is not who he once was. Even the power of speech evades him now. There is no way he could have told you.
Oh.
Guoba, but...
Xiangling.
Do not be saddened, Xiangling. There are two sides to everything. Guoba may have lost many of his formal faculties, but he is now as carefree as can be, without a single worry in the whole world. In this world we inhabit, who can truly be said to live a life free of all woes? Those with a mind and with the knowledge will certainly be troubled by all manner of things. But he has gone further than us in his journey. He had both wisdom and courage. Everything he took upon himself, he was also ready to part with. His carefree demeanor today is a testament to the fact that he is at rest. So since you are his friend, take good care of him. Go out to walk and play. Allow him to eat, drink, and be merry.
I will! You can count on me!
Xiangling, you have an adeptal affinity. Guoba follows you around because he has respect for you. The moment he awoke, he was met with the familiar flavor in the chili mince cornbread buns he ate. After all that time, he still recognized the dish he had invented, and he approved of you as the one who had cooked it.
That's right. The taste of one's home cuisine always brings back memories of home. Though he remembered nothing, eating the food you had cooked gave him a feeling of familiarity. That is why he stuck by you.
You may be the first person in history to give the stove god the experience of being a satisfied customer. That makes you quite a remarkable chef.
If that's true, I couldn't be happier. Because putting a smile on customers' faces is what we chefs are called to do.
Well then, it's getting late and I still have things to do. Traveler, Paimon, Xiangling.
I guess my dad's probably heard the good news already. He thinks about you all the time,
Oh, goodness me. Then, off we go then. Let's saunter over.
Easy. Дедушка.
Oh, it's you. Hello there, old friend.
Oh, bless my soul. Are you out for a stroll as well?
Given the season, it felt fitting to take a leisurely walk while the meal is being prepared.
Quite right. And it also gave us the chance to run into you. Guoba may not recognize you, but as ever, he seems quite delighted to see you.
So, Guoba doesn't remember anything, but can still feel when something's familiar?
Friendship will always withstand the ravages of time. Traveler, what do you think of the name of this festival? Moonshake. The moon is a carrier of countless emotions. So many things only seem to surface as we gaze up beneath its poignant glow. Wherever the moonlight shines, the heart is wont to follow. Fond memories of those no longer with us. Debts of gratitude to old friends. The meaning of ages past and gone. All wrapped up in the city that has existed for so many moons to date. All these things and more. They are why people chase the moon.
In old age, the sight of many things puts one in a wistful mood. But children are always a beautiful sight to see. Such exuberant life force. It seems to well up from deep within the land itself. A land that has been in existence for so many millennia, and yet one that still dazzles today. Traveler, this Moon Chase Festival has been all the more entertaining with you here to witness it. Now, let's have Xiangling brew us a nice pot of tea. We shall drink and chat at our leisure.
Вовка, круче меня только яйца, понятно? А ты, нубиара и бот. Соси жопу. Ой. ХГ, привет. Подписывайся на канал. Приятного просмотра. ХГ. А, Кирилл. Привет, Кирилл. Не без труда выполнили. Спасибо. Спасибо за отслеживание канала. Приятного просмотра.
Where do you want to go next? If you...
Зачем тебе бесструнный, Вовка? Ты же все равно не умеешь играть. Ну, Вовка. На фишку. Ах, так ты же все равно не умеешь играть. Зачем тебе второй аккаунт вообще? Ой, господи. Бравл Старс, ты Бравл Старс.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts.
Бравл Халли. Что такое Бравл Халли?
But I did see you in Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Oh, it was quite the show. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service.
Бравл Халл. А это есть на PlayStation?
On axesay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed it too. In fairness, the battle isn't long over and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience you forget in a hurry. Victory's declared and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again.
Есть Steam, но нет компа.
I think things will improve, but
точнее есть,
но
слабый.
I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, Watatsumi Island is safe. And all the more so now that you're back. Seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
Коса.
Peace at last. Living the dream.
Нашла коса на камень.
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't play unsettled. Unsettled how? I haven't noticed anything. Not that I would necessarily. I keep to myself mostly.
Не
They're all
спрашивай.
too rowdy for me. We're at peace now, finally, and I for one intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about two things and two things only. The sun and the sea breeze.
Что-то я тоже
Sorry that I can't be more help to you.
Ну-ка.
I'll tell you someone you could ask.
Чё, Вовка?
Sangonomiya. She knows everything.
Страх потерял вообще.
Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him to rest and go find someone else to ask.
Расспросите Бетсу. Понятно. Иди в жопу, понял?
I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
Ты в курсе то, что ты ненормальный? Ты какой-то не такой. Ты больной какой-то, Вовка.
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission.
Не надо ко мне
I heard they've
приезжать.
been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh! Keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back.
Командир.
Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably play it safe. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there. But if they aren't gonna talk, we might as well head over to the village.
Парт 3. Что такое парт 3?
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
I'm innocent. Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Митсу. Митсубити. Ты бот.
Wait! Kokomi, there you are! Something's going down over here. You should take a look. Pronto!
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryou Commission behind the scenes.
I haven't.
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Better? Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over Weti, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story to help me reach a verdict.
Of course, I can explain everything. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now you think about that. First I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
And why should we believe you?
Нашла коса на камень.
So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, they'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? Seems unlikely to Paimon. We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing. Kokomi, do you know anything about it? It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo-Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. Allegedly, their goal is to completely wipe out Watatsumi Island. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order, it will prove your innocence. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation?
Конечно.
Good. I look forward to seeing how you've progressed lately. I also have a few new things to teach you. Alright, follow me. If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Надо отключиться до обеда. Поспать. Будет Fortnite. Где-то в 12.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Да.